Welcome back and thanks for watching CNN News 18. As far as the standoff between India and Canada is concerned, we have a major breaking news coming in for you. This is coming straight from Canada. This is about a protest that has broken against Trudeau and Zelenskyy there in Canada. We have received the exclusive visuals. You can only see them on CNN News 18. Actually, what happened is last evening, Canadian protested against Trudeau and Zelenskyy in front of the Royal Hotel, as you can see on the visuals that we are flashing on your screens as well. Thousands of people, thousands of Canadians protested against rising cost in Canada there. They blamed Ukraine war for this higher cost of living there in their country. They were holding banners with the increased cost written on their banners as well. Petrol prices in Canada have gone up 4 times and they are protesting for the cost of living there in their country. Mortgage rates have gone up also by 3 times. They were also saying that we are giving everything for this Ukraine war at our cost. CNN News 18 earlier told you that how law and order situation has gone from bad to worse due to Ukraine war there in Canada, and they cannot even hire police staff due to the shortage of money in their country. And right now we are giving you the exclusive footage on your screens as well. Take a look.
There he is, Zelenskyy.
I have CNN News 18's Anand Narasimhan joining me early this morning. Anand, a very good morning to you. Is it safe to say that Trudeau is now facing a cold reality after being cornered at the world stage and having spent a lonely week as well?
Well, the being cornered, good morning to all our viewers and to you, Sakshi, but being cornered on the world stage came much after the kind of pressures that he was actually facing. When Trudeau touched down for the G20 summit, he was already looking for or hoping for a narrative that will help him counter the storm back home. Because inflation is at an all-time high. There are huge crises. Even in the education sector, there's been a report that's just come out that Indian students are really being taken for a right royal ride. And also they are experiencing huge issues with respect to inflation and job crisis. So it's been boiling for a while, and his approval ratings had started sliding way back from February onwards, 2.5 years before elections in Canada. In fact, there are many within the Liberals who are senior leaders and former high officers within the government who are actually saying that the Liberals can stay on in power, but Trudeau has to go. So there is huge amount of negativity against Justin Trudeau for the way he's managed things. Post-COVID management in Canada has been very poor, and Canada has been sucked into this vortex of conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine is on the other side of the world. What is Canada's role in it is a question many are asking. Canada's support is largely driven by trade, and a huge amount of support that comes in from its strong, powerful neighbor that is America. Canada on its own has had huge dependencies on China and Russia in terms of trade, and all of these aspects and poor management internally by the Trudeau administration has landed in huge trouble for the Canadian people. And yeah, sentiment is one aspect. You, as a state, as a leader, you have to be absolutely clear about what holds priority. A conflict or a war that's happening on the other side of the world, which needs state funds to be pulled away from people, or soon after coming out of COVID, focusing on people and to ensure that there isn't huge amount of suffering for the Canadian people. See, emotions will swing back the moment it starts coming to bite people at the ground level. They will turn their eye only at the ruling disposition, and that's exactly what's happening. The moment Zelenskyy comes, he was the toast of the world in terms of resistance, rebellion, etc. about 18 months ago. Today, everywhere he's going, he's being booed because people are saying, why are you dragging us into your war, and why have you made it a never-ending war? And many are now turning around and asking and questioning Zelenskyy's own policies, politics, and what he's done to Ukraine. He's destroyed Ukraine to the extent in terms of buried it under debt. And not just debris because of the war, but also debt. That for the next 25 to 30 years, if not more, Ukraine will never be able to service this debt. It will always now become a pliant nation to certain entities who have used this conflict or this war to try and restart their entire military-industrial complexes, and also the entire cycle of offload, reload, and download. So all of these issues are going to be something which Zelensky will have to answer with the Ukrainian people. But Trudeau has also gotten sucked into it, and the Canadian people are slowly voicing huge amounts of dissent wherever he's going. His approval ratings are sliding below the 30% mark as we speak, and that or hovering around the 30% mark as we speak, and that's something which is going to worry him immensely, because soon the Liberals still have 2 years in power, but Trudeau looks like it soon the voice that Trudeau needs to go will only get louder. And you can see people are not just protesting, they are actually hurling abuses at Trudeau and Zelensky. And that's the level to which things have gone up to a boil in terms of the suffering of the people. Rents have gone up more than 3 times. It's unprecedented rent inflation in Canada today. Unemployment is a huge issue. There are really, really telling blows that have been struck on the economy and on the people's purses. Labor there is no value for labor. At $16 an hour is what the maximum that you're getting paid. And there is a huge crisis brewing, because even at the education system, a lot of what was being glossed over is now being exposed, with universities overbooking seats and students being left in the lurch with no promise either of a degree or even of employment thereafter or a future. So this is very, very dark signals and heralding a period of a huge amount of strife for the Canadian people, and they're blaming Trudeau for it.
Well, definitely. It's funny how they have always come up first when it comes to advocating India on our issues, but they have absolutely nothing to say about the things that are brewing on their own soil. Anand, thank you so much for bringing in all those crucial details. We have another major piece of breaking news coming in.